So this is gonna be just as long as the other ones. Cause I don't have a stand and I don't wanna hold this for 10 to 15 minutes. I know. It's lazy. Anyways, so I actually did go see the Meg. I didn't think I was gonna go see it. But we went and saw it. I wasn't really expecting that. Anyways, this one, same thing, Meg, except Meg has family members. And they dropped like 2 other monsters in it. Well, actually not monsters. One is legitimately an octopus. Because they're the one that have the suctions, right? Okay, octopus. So, octopus. And then lizard-looking thingies. We're just gonna say Komodo dragon's cousin because Paige Kennedy is in this. I don't know if anybody remembers Vine, but he was on that and he has a YouTube channel. But he was in the first one too. He was the comedy relief, you know. But he came prepared. He had martial arts moves and he also had a Glock. Which, it's a stereotypical weapon, is it not? Anyways, so Jason Statham playing himself in this movie, but rescuing the day times 10 because everybody who worked at this place, do they work here or do they just want to work here? Except for Paige Kennedy, he was useful. 2 evil white ladies, that's relevant because I don't remember that character's name. One is blonde, one is brunette. One is an alcoholic, one gets eaten by Meg. Okay, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, Pedro Pascal's evil twin is in here. I know I've seen that man somewhere else, but we're just gonna call him Pedro Pascal's evil cousin, evil twin, because that's what I thought when I saw him, Pedro Pascal's evil twin. I mean, if you like blink really fast, you would think it's Pedro Pascal. But then also, I was gonna say The Rock. The Rock is not in here. The uncle. If I could think of a more annoying character, like how to write an annoying character, they did a superb job. Every moment he was just begging to get chomped by Meg and her goons. Okay, just begging to get chomped. Because he kept doing ridiculous things. I'm like, no, because he had one in captivity. I raised her, and then he had his little whistle thing, and like that low-key almost didn't work, because it almost seemed like he was about to get chomped. That was fun. Like, okay, you're about to get eaten by a shark in front of your niece, who, by the way, his niece, almost just as annoying, but she gets it from her mom, though. That character, low-key, could have lived, and we could just have the uncle, like, come in and help. I don't know why the mom had to die. I was like, well, great, she about to be an orphan. But the niece, she almost kept doing dumb things, too. Like, what was she doing? Like, really, what was she doing? Because, niece, she literally was like, oh no, I want to go, like doing that stereotypical thing that they do. I mean, I know kids don't listen sometimes, but she was doing that thing that they do when they write kids in movies for the most part. She was doing that thing where, like, a Jason Statham, for example, her guardian, so to speak, will be like, hey, don't do this, please, you're gonna be in danger. They're like, okay, and then they go and do it anyways. And then there was a part, oh yeah, like the ending, well, I forgot what they call it. We're just gonna call it phase 3. So phase 3, they actually end up at an island called Fun Island. Which, wow, what a name. Y'all couldn't think of anything else? That's the best name you could come up with. So anyways, so they go to Fun Island where there are a bunch of women of Asian descent. I may cut this out. Okay, anyways, a lot of them are top heavy. Now, usually, for the most part, they are not. So, So there's that. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying usually they're not. So yeah, and then there was this somewhat creepy I bought my bride from Vietnam white man there. He kept kind of harassing these two women. He kept kind of harassing these two women. And I think, yeah, one was a mom or the aunt, and the other one was like the daughter. And when things were really hitting the fan, he saved them. He sacrificed himself. I'm like, oh, okay. He did one good thing. One. The movie was funny, which I knew it was going to be from the trailer alone, so I was like kind of excited for that. And I was glad it wasn't like, it was the same as before. It wasn't like serious. It was like kind of funny. I did enjoy it though. However, it did make me more frightened of the ocean. Did not help whatsoever. And it doesn't help that this movie, although I know they couldn't help it, came out after the Ocean Gate thing, I was like, timing, impeccable. Especially when they went down low and the submarine thingies. I was like, yikes. Like if like didn't know the Ocean Gate was like the thing where I think it was 5 people paid so much money and they went down basically to their deaths. It was tragic. But the part when they went down and the submarines down to the bottom of the ocean, to like find something, it made me think of that. But yeah, and I knew something was up with the blonde girl, when she was like, oh, it seems like they're broken. Like, she was working with that lady the whole time. I was kind of surprised, but then I kind of wasn't. The guy who always plays every race, I forgot his name, but he's like, we're just gonna call him like the leader or like captain, because the uncle's like over the company, so he's like the leader or like whatever. He almost died, but he was funny in this movie too. I did like it, but the uncle being annoying, you can have an irritating character without it being too much. I just don't understand why you have to have an annoying, put myself in danger character times 10. However, these writers must have been getting paid good enough because this movie isn't garbage. So, see what happens when you pay writers a good... So, anyways, that's for another day. I guess I'm saying that because I am a writer. So it's just, it's annoying. But yeah, the movie, it was pretty good. But like, they had, it seemed like the tropes were there, like evil person in power, annoying character that gets themselves in weird predicaments, like, yeah, so anyways, I really enjoyed the movie. I laughed a lot more than I thought I would, surprisingly enough. So like if you like goofy related movies, oh, and I forgot this one part. There's one couple, unfortunately they were in the trailer, so I guess they didn't get the memo. They were like paddling the little boat thingy in the ocean. It's when things were getting hot, and Meg and her cousins were in the ocean, and Meg popped up like whoosh, and then all of a sudden they were like trying to paddle faster, and then Meg swooped up and gobbled them. I was like, aw, man, I hope they got paid enough to get gobbled up on screen, because something about that is so funny. But yeah, oh, and I also forgot about the niece trying to be a hero, and she almost got God, but hey, here we are. And one of the women had a dog, one of those little, I think it's a Yorkshire Terrier, had one of those dogs, and it like ran off into the ocean. I was like, okay, whatever. But overall, yeah, the movie was pretty good. I did enjoy it. So if you like goofy shark movies, this is right up your alley. If you were already skeptical and a little bit hesitant about the ocean, this will not help at all. At all. However, when Paige Kennedy shot the bad guys, Pedro Pascal's evil twin and his goons, he didn't miss. So they did good on that. Kudos to them. Also, no one died on set. Alec Baldwin. So, anyways, the movie was pretty good. I did enjoy it. And yeah, it was pretty good though. But if you haven't seen the first one, you should see the first one. It's on Max, but I just keep calling it HBO Max because Max, like I'm talking about a person. It's weird. Okay, anyways, yeah, the first one's on HBO Max if you want to like see it, if you have like, you know, a subscription. So anyways, that's it. Stay tuned for the next one.